So Behavior just had their community stream, and it is overall really good, actually. They're going to be implementing diminishing returns. What this means is that when you stack a bunch of perks together that do the same thing, you're going to be getting less value from each perk. This is something that we've been wanting for a long time. This is a great idea. This is great that they're doing it. What this means in practice is if you have 4 haste perks or 4 healing perks or whatever, you're going to be getting less value from each of them. First perk with the highest number attached to it will give its full value, while the second perk will be 50% of its value, third is 25%, and so on. This is extremely important because it's going to make it so that the healing speeds can't be incredibly super fast to the point where you can heal faster than a killer is capable of downing you, but it doesn't make it so you get completely fully punished for stacking multiple of these perks. I think this is probably the best implementation of sort of quote-unquote capping, but not actually capping, stacking perks. Obviously, this isn't perfect. On its own, it doesn't fully fix everything. What they only showed us in the stream was healing speed, but we're not sure how things like, say, gen speed is going to work, because the main perks that everybody knows about gen speed aren't give you 10% faster gen or whatever. You know, the main perks for gen speed are hyperfocus, stakeout, and fast track. The percentages that they give you are based off of skill checks, so you wouldn't be able to say, oh, well, you know, hyperfocus gives you 50% faster gens, because it's like, well, it gives you a stacking bonus off of skill checks and yada yada yada. So I'm interested to see how they're going to implement it for perks like that. But even when it just comes to things like botany knowledge or stacking with will make it, I think this is very good, because it prevents those ridiculous scenarios. In any case, this is a really, really good, a good change that they're making. The only thing that I want from them is I need them to give it a tutorial. This is like a relatively complex concept, and especially for new and casual players, they're going to be equipping perks and getting punished for this without realizing what's happening. So I'm worried that if they implement this without giving a good tutorial to teach new players and casual players how it works, we're going to be seeing them see some issues with it, where, oh, that's weird. Botany knowledge all of a sudden has a really low survive rate because everybody's stacking botany with do no harm and whatever, and botany keeps getting these nerfed. You know, it gives less and less returns, and because these players don't realize it, they keep stacking so many perks together. They're essentially wasting, you know, half of their build because of how small the bonuses they're getting. Hopefully, you know, I wanted to address things like hyperfocus, fast track, even though, you know, those aren't percentage based, and a tutorial. But other than that, as it stands, this is a great change. If it comes to life exactly as they've said it, that'll still be amazing. And I just need them to do a little bit more care after it comes in to make it a little bit more obvious and make sure it applies to everything that needs it to be applied to.